All right, so I haven't vlogged in a while with the World Kettlebell Championships coming up at the end of October in Chicago, and then the IKFF National Championships coming up in November, November. I probably will say it. I've been working with a lot of students, and the things that I've been noticing that people have a lot of trouble with is the overhead fixation, and either the jerk, or the long cycle, or even the snatch. And so a lot of times what happens is that we want to spend all of our time working and conditioning and all these things, but we don't have the mobility to be efficient. And so the first thing to analyze is what is good overhead stability? What does it look like? What should it look like when you have your hands over your head with good posture? So we're going to come over here. The easiest way to assess this is to stand next to a wall or a pole. And when you stand, you want your feet hip-width apart. You're going to lock the knees out and externally rotate. So you're squeezing the thighs, the knees are externally rotated and locked out. Head in neutral position. When you do that, it will help bring the pelvis into neutral. If you come from a side angle, you can see that there should be about a hand's distance. About a hand's distance between the low back and the pole. Chin lightly tucked in so the occipital notch is touching. And then when we reach overhead, this stability should stay. So elbows forward, hands by the hip. We're going to reach straight up, keeping that head in neutral, and keeping that same spinal position as we reach overhead. Make sure that we hit that fixed position, keep the shoulders away from the ears. What happens a lot of times is that when we analyze the spine, when we look at the spine, you've got to kind of look at it like a bullwhip. The base of that spine, the lumbar spine, is big, firm vertebra. They're meant to stack and stabilize and load. They're not really mobile, just like the handle of a bullwhip. Then as you move up, the thoracic spine gets more mobile. We get into the cervical spine, and you have all this mobility going on up here. So it's like cracking a whip. What happens is we sit a lot, and that thoracic spine starts to freeze. And so as that compensates, as we sit in this good posture, standing here, if you get to this position, then what ends up happening is we start raising our arms up, and as we get to the overhead, we compensate to hit that fixed position by having an excessive curve in the low back, making that low spine do all the mobility of the shoulder and the thoracic spine should need to do. So one, it means we'll have a weak lower, which means yes, the round boys need to be activated. We don't have mobility in the thoracic spine. And so what we're going to spend over the next couple blog posts is going over drills on how to free up the thoracic spine, increase shoulder mobility, and get you into a good fixed overhead position. What we went over today is how to analyze it. Are you there? You can do it against the pole, you can do it against the wall, but be real critical of how well can you stay stable here while keeping that rib cage closed off and reaching those arms overhead without having to adjust the rest of the spine to get to that position. By being able to keep engaged with arms and be in a good overhead position so that you're more efficient. And with more efficiency means more reps, better performance, and it's just going to make it easier to be faster. All right, until next time.